into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hey everybody, and welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV. This is the after show for Recovery Road. This is episode 6, Heaven Backwards. I'm your host, Heather Joy Smith, along with my lovely co-host this evening.
Hey guys, I'm Michelle Phi.
I'm Becca Brown.
And I'm Isis Velzquez.
And we have a very special guest with us. Welcome, Kyla Pratt.
Hey.
Yay! So, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Crazy episode.
Crazy last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yes.
Last 2 episodes are very.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is like the perfect time to have you in studio.
I couldn't come before because I would have been sitting here like,
I can't tell you anything.
Trish is nice.
Trish is cool.
Right.
So if you guys are watching live right now, Becca is on our chat, so make sure to chat, send your questions, and let's talk about tonight's
Ask away.
episode. Yeah, we got,
we
we
have a lot to talk about.
have a lot to talk about.
Yes, a lot happened.
I don't even
A lot
know
of
where
crying.
to begin because the whole show was so crazy.
Yes.
But we obviously open up with Trish. You know, she just found out that
She's having a panic
her
attack.
daughter's missing. She's having a panic attack. The cops are being called. Oh my God.
Yes. It was a lot. Reading the scripts was exciting because it was like, okay, I have to be hysterical the entire episode. All right.
Yeah.
And I don't sleep much as it is. So I was like, this is going to be fun. And I'll be exhausted afterwards. But it was a lot of fun because I didn't know about all the twists and turns that were coming in this episode until like right before.
And Trish is like throughout the first 4 episodes was always so happy and fun and upbeat and like just like so much life in her, and then it was like,
And she kind of just broke down.
yeah.
Well, when it comes to your kids, you tend to do that sometimes.
True.
Yeah.
But that's what I really loved about this show is because I auditioned for the show, and my scenes that I used for the audition were very bubbly, very happy, very up. But I'm like, wait, this girl's in a sober living house, so there's something else going on that I know we have to touch on at some point. So I remember the creators coming over to me like, hey, your episodes are this week, and I'm like, wait, what? Okay, let me take a nap. Let me get ready for this. And I was so excited because reading them is like I felt like a viewer. So I'm really excited that now these episodes have aired, and now I can talk.
Yes. How did you prepare yourself to get into such an emotional state?
It was really hard, but I am a mom myself. I have 2 little girls and a bonus baby, my stepson. So, you just go back to that moment, and it's just like imagining thinking your child is missing. And it was a lot and very stressful, but luckily at the end of the day I go home and they're just looking at me with these big eyes, and I'm like, see, it was all imagination. Like, it's okay, you put yourself in that, but now you're home. But I literally went home and tried to go to sleep after a day full of crying, and I was exhausted. I closed my eyes, and I couldn't go to sleep because my eyes were burning.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, okay, never did this before. But I guess it comes along with the territory. I really enjoyed it because I've never been able to do something like this before. So.
Oh, loved that performance. It was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
The whole episode. And last week as well.
I was really nervous. Thank you. Because I put a lot of pressure on myself because I after doing all the research for a show like this, you kind of you can't take it lightly. It's something that is really important. So watching it, I'm like, okay, I need to be really messed up so somebody can see this and they'll be like, I'm never trying that ever.
Well, a testament to you just being so hard on yourself as an actress. your character is one of the favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And we
We say that every week that your character is our favorite.
Yay! Because she starts off like annoying, but it's like you can't help but like, oh, she's trying to be not annoying. She just is. We all know someone like that.
Right.
Was it hard for you to convey kind of like, we really still don't know what's wrong with her. We kind of have an idea of what maybe is stirring up her feeling or her behavior. Mm-hmm. Tapping into that crazy part, or maybe not crazy, just side effects. So was that something that you had a hard time trying to tap into to show in your work?
Not really. It was pretty simple to me because I really believe that Trish believes what she's saying and what she's, portraying. So it's not like I have to trick myself. It's just like, I don't think she's making anything up. So she kind of like, it's like, okay, this woman, believes this, and is it true or is it true? That's not for Trish to decide. It's not for my character to decide. I'm just sitting there really thinking, I didn't. Maybe it is real. Maybe I tricked myself. So it wasn't really that hard for me. I don't know about the other actors in the room, but I always said I would have been afraid to go to sleep after. I don't know after about this episode. I would have been like, I'm her roommate. I don't like this.
Let's talk about Maddie though, because she got
bossy this episode.
She did, and she kind of put Trish in a could have put Trish in a predicament that could have been really bad, worse than it actually ended up being, as we found out. But she found the Xanax and decided to tell Trish that it was Xanax when in fact it was just an antacid and same color and everything. But that, I guess it worked for Trish. I still kind of felt though, like, even though your character just de-stressed almost, I felt like they were almost gonna catch her kind of and say, well, what the heck just happened between 10 minutes ago and now?
And I think that's why Maddie was scared. That's why Maddie felt like she had to go say something to Craig, because she's like, oh my goodness, she's really changing completely. And I think it sucks because it's like, okay, she didn't really do it, but in her mind she did. So is it did she technically fall off, that wagon? We don't know how she's really, I know, but you guys do.
Right. It's almost like in future episodes, is she going to have to restart from day one again in her sober journey, I guess.
Right.
Oh.
Even though it wasn't actually
I'm conflicted as to whether Maddie should have done that or not.
Very
conflicted.
Obviously it came in good intentions. Had the scenario been somewhat else.
But I really love Maddie in this episode, because I feel like this is where you see so much growth.
Yes.
And you see her kind of connect with the house, because before it's like, okay, you can see in her little eyes okay, I kind of like these people, but I'm not going to tell them that I'm not going to tell them that I like them. But then now you see her getting involved, oh no, I need to help, I need to do this, and she's like, it kind of flipped this episode. I've been episode 1 through 4 trying to take care of her, 1 through 5, trying to take care of her, and now it's vice versa. So I loved. I didn't even realize that until I was talking to somebody. I was like, my little Jessie. She grew up in this episode. But I'm the rest of the season's a blur, so I don't remember what happens next. After these episodes, goodness, I was tired.
And she called Trish her friend.
Yes. Yes, roommate and friend. So I know. She's growing.
That was very sweet.
She's growing.
I love that moment.
Which has to be good for her sobriety,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do we think about her mom, though? Kind of still,
she's so jealous.
She's so jealous of her and Maddie and Cynthia's relationship, with Cynthia becoming the sponsor. Now she's seeking out Margarita's,
which is hilarious to me.
Random and funny.
What did she say? She was like, "Don't talk like a donkey, don't on." Or something. I was like, wait, what?
I was like, what is that?
So funny.
Mind your own business.
Right. Her mom is her. I love Sharon. I love Paula. So watching them together, it was like so funny to me.
Great.
And of course, I don't get to see those scenes, so I'm watching it for the first time. You know, when I'm at home, I didn't get to see everybody else's stuff. But her mom is like, it's super. But that's, you know, that happens. It's like you're the only child. It's especially if they've never had that connection before, because she mentioned it before. Like, I never really had that connection with her. It was her dad. And so now her dad's not there, and it's like, wait, like, now you're not gonna have that connection with me anyway. You're just gonna talk to the lady at your school,
right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, people got their own issues, and
do you really think that her mother is jealous? Like, what I was saying last week is like, I don't think she's jealous. She's maybe hiding something from her own past. So, is she really jealous? Do you think she's jealous?
She look jealous to me. I mean, I don't know.
I think there's more than the jealousy.
She
I think
wants to be
wants
that
to hide
person
something.
to Maddie, I think.
Yeah,
you know?
that Maddie can go to.
Right. She wants her own daughter to be able to come to her and say, I'm struggling today. Help me. Instead, she's now going to go to Cynthia.
But which is not always something that's easy for a child that never felt that before, especially if they're going through something new. It's like and something that's so devastating to them that they can't even talk to their friends about. It's like, I'm going to talk to you, Mom. I don't look at you as a friend.
Exactly.
But I don't know. Cynthia may have Sharon may have some things up her sleeve.
I think she definitely has some things up her sleeve.
I don't think it's just jealousy.
And we think this guy needs to go too. Her little fiance.
Oh yeah.
Cynthia's fiance.
Yeah,
Cynthia. You just look at him. You just like.
I know.
I think that Craig and Cynthia need to happen.
They are so cute.
So cute.
They are so cute.
That
oh my god.
chemistry was fantastic.
In the kitchen with the 86 days or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yes.
With their hands touch, I'm like.
Yes, they're both sober, so it's okay for them to,
Yeah.
I mean,
once you get into that relationship, it should happen.
I mean, it's okay, but she has a fiance.
Yeah, but he's
So then what if we just gonna forget about the fiance?
Get rid of him.
that guy.
Goodness.
That we don't like that guy.
We don't like him.
We said like
He's
the
out of
last
here.
3 weeks we want to get rid of him.
Right.
Who needs him?
Right.
Let's talk about the flashback.
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Oh.
So tonight we got a little bit more of Wes's flashback because and Asa, his brother Asa is obviously hiding in the basement,
Right.
And so we get to see their mom and them like when they're 8-10 years old ish. I would say.
Yeah, it looks kind of like.
So cute.
Yeah. And it was interesting to see that because I don't know for sure, but it looked like she was pretty drunk in most of those scenes.
And their mom had some ongoing problems.
Yeah, she had some issues, I think, going on there. And
I'm trying to diagnose her. Anybody wants to diagnose her? Like, give her something?
I think she's an alcoholic.
I think she's bipolar.
Well, that too, maybe.
Well, she might be a bipolar alcoholic.
She might be.
I don't think I can diagnose properly.
I just say alcohol because she had the drink in her hand and she just kind of like, sure, you can go to the R-rated movie.
Right.
It's like an 8-year-old. Come on now.
But I also feel like me watching the scenes, I feel like the character, who was great, by the way. I didn't get a chance to meet her, but I feel like she was trying to make everything happy-go-lucky because their dad left.
Yes.
Like, oh, well, he's the mean one, and you can do whatever you want with me, and don't worry about it. He's gone. That's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how some parents try to, like, win over their kids. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm the good one, so, you can do whatever.
Right on the wall.
Yeah.
Right on, let's draw on the walls. I know my baby started drawing on the wall. I'm like, look,
You're going to paint that wall
I'm
now.
gonna need you. You can put stickers on the wall, but the crayons. So I don't know.
See,
Right.
That's where you gotta think there's something.
Right. Something else
Some
going
imbalance
on.
there.
Well,
Right.
I personally think she's probably like grieving her relationship. Like their dad is gone, and
She
it
was
like,
dating a
really-
new guy.
Yeah, but like
But she can still be grieving.
yeah,
It might have not
exactly.
worked. That whole theory. That whole
trying.
theory of getting the new one might have not worked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But we also got to see that they obviously had a fight over a Stone Cold Steve Austin figurine.
That was funny.
Yes.
That Wes ended up putting in the microwave, kind of attempting to blow him up. Instead, it just melted, and they had a funeral for this little figure.
Kids.
And Wes ultimately breaks his arm off the roof, and I don't even know. That's just...
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And it's hard to try to imagine where they went from, like, forget our parents, I got your back, and then it's like flash forward to like now, and he's like, I forgive you for giving me back.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like there's something in there that like they haven't
in between
shown us. They have to. It has to be something else.
Yeah.
Because he went from don't worry about our parents, I got you forever. And the next, they're like fighting in the next scene, like, I hate you, blah, blah, blah.
Well, do you guys think there's some kind of symbolism in the whole, the Steve Austin funeral?
I feel like there's got to be something
symbolism
there.
everywhere.
There's always something in these episodes.
I know. Bert and Karen have a reason for everything.
Yes. So
last week.
Last week it was the turtle.
Last week we asked about the turtle.
Oh my goodness,
live.
I was cracking up watching you guys talk about the turtle.
Well, they Facebook messaged us afterwards and gave us the whole lowdown on the turtle afterwards. So we appreciate it that everyone watching.
So we should ask if there's any symbolism to this funeral.
Yes, with the Stone Cold Steve Austin. It melted their relationship.
I don't even know, but you see there's the sand, and they drop the drink.
And the drink.
For the homies who are here,
it was like
taking it back.
Instigator.
Bert is gonna write us tonight.
It was like the main instigator for them not getting along.
It could be.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Main instigator for them maybe not getting along so well.
Maybe. Or
The beginning of the end.
Yeah.
The beginning.
Or it like symbolizes the death of their childhood.
Oh, that too.
Girl.
I like that.
Okay. That was
Michelle's
deep.
guess.
After that, they went and did some meth.
Right. Goodness. That early. Help.
Like 8 years old.
Oh my goodness.
I am curious to find out, though, when Asa introduced Wes into doing all of the drugs and getting him into that. So hopefully we do see more of their flashbacks and can kind of understand that relationship and where it went wrong and how it went completely wrong.
Right.
I kind of feel like he didn't do it intentionally. You know what I mean? Like introduce him intentionally because at the end of when they were talking and how Wes was like, oh, I forgive you for giving me meth for the first time. Like Asa's face was kind of like, it looked like he was like saying, I didn't necessarily do that.
Right.
He probably found the stash somewhere,
Or I feel like Asa was doing meth and it was just kind of like, hey, let's just do this together. And it was like a friendly bonding thing.
Right.
Because if he's thinking this is okay and then you just kind of hang.
But regardless, I feel like Wes will be pissed because it's like you told me don't worry about our parents.
Yes,
you have me.
Yes.
And now you've introduced me to something that ruined my life.
Right.
So no matter what the circumstances or if you were chilling in the corner, he's like, how dare you allow that to happen to me? You were supposed to protect me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
As my big brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, this is deep. I never sat here and like, what is this show?
There's so many things in this show every single week that just get deeper and deeper and
Right, you guys make me realize some things.
Sinead, I don't know how to say his name, on the chat wants to talk about Trish and Margarita's son from last week.
Do you have any insights on that?
Is something gonna happen?
I don't have a lot of insights on that. I think right now Trish is more concerned with her daughter. That's the main focus for right now. But I don't think it's going to be the last we see of Margarita's son.
As a panel, we would like to see more of
we would like to see more of this.
We would like to vote.
We vote.
I think you should stay focused on your daughter.
Right.
These girls, they're just getting something
we don't
done.
I mean, we can still see
We
him.
just want to see him.
Yeah.
Right.
They
He can just come visit his mom
Exactly.
at the house
Yes.
A lot.
and bump into Trish.
There you go.
Focus on recovery, please.
No, she does need to, but it's good TV when she does
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
So we'll see.
Romance
We
is
shall
important.
see.
It's like Wes and Maddie next week
Yeah.
making out.
Oh my goodness.
That promo.
In the bathroom.
And
While they're cleaning.
I'm excited.
I thought they were gonna kiss this episode in the pantry.
I was hoping for that one.
The like close up hug.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's happening. It's
Yeah,
happening.
but what's gonna happen with the other boyfriend? Because I didn't know that he knew all that.
I think the friend is gonna go back and tell.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ellie.
Does he matter? The boy.
His feelings do matter.
Oh.
Kinda.
In high school. They
Kinda.
go away after.
Kinda, sorta.
But I feel like he's a little immature now for Maddie because
Maddie's like, girl, I'm hanging out with this man over here, okay?
Right.
But also
got some experience, okay?
Yeah.
Going back.
I mean, not great experience.
Going back though, he didn't watch your video.
I know.
So
it still rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, the cute video that he made for
on whatever.
Exactly, it doesn't matter.
No
He didn't
excuse.
watch
Right, I
it.
mean, there are no excuses, but still,
Right.
he was
No,
hot.
pay
excuse.
attention to me.
Maddie and Wes.
I made you this video.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen the next episode yet, and I can't wait to see it because I'm like, how did the friend dynamic thing? I try not to because I want to be surprised about some stuff too, so I try to do my little gaps of so I'm excited. But then I'm also grown, so I'm also like, girl, forget your friends. I'm like yelling at the TV, like, wait, no, stop it.
Like they're good.
Don't do that.
in this
Make friends after high school.
In this episode, Maddie, she was kind of like what they will say an enabler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to tap into that about her being an enabler. Like for your character, who do you think was an enabler when you were doing math? From what we see, you had a boyfriend, and
So he definitely.
But then he seemed like to notice that you were just going off the handle, and even your mother did too.
See, but I think that he noticed that because he knew more about it. Shooting that, I felt like he was the one that knew about it and was like, don't trip. This is normal. Like, it's okay. Calm down.
Right.
And I'm just like flipping out, and I'm obviously higher than he is, and he just doesn't expect what's happening next. But I definitely feel like he's an enabler. I feel like my mom on the show was kind of an enabler because she didn't really take the time to listen to what they were saying. It was kind of just a straight defense, like, oh no, not my baby. Instead of really listening, like, okay, we'll talk to somebody, but don't try to put my baby on medicine right away. Right. It was just all absolutely not. And me as a mom, I'm trying not to be that person. So sometimes I sit back and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, let me think about this. But no. Right. But it's not like she sat back and thought about it. It was automatically
defense.
So it was like, if Trish was going through whatever she was going through growing up, it's like to hear your mom be like, oh no, baby, you good. Like, no matter what, you're okay. Though those people they don't know what they're saying. You know what I mean?
Right,
so maybe her mom did have a little enabling going on.
I'm glad you're talking about this because I like the mom when she was defending her daughter, when she was defending you. I like that response.
Right.
But now you talk about it and I'm like,
I like it too, but I'm also like, I try to do that because my 5-year-old is like the sweetest child on the planet. Like, she's just ridiculously sweet. Sometimes I'm like, baby, stop. You have to be so nice all the time. Just like, come on, but not right now because she's 5. You can be sweet. Yeah. Puppies and rainbows and all of that. But then when there's stuff going on at school, I'm like, okay, wait, let me sit back. Let me ask. Or let me talk to whoever I need to talk to instead of completely going into defense mode of, I can't even say.
Mama bear.
Exactly, of Mama Bear. So, but after I think about it for a minute or I talk to whoever I need to talk to, then it's like, okay, now I've got my facts. Now I can go into Mama Bear. But it was like, it was like, oh no. But we don't know how many situations they've had before this.
True. Right.
So maybe the scene that they did shoot, they've already talked about the situation. You know what I mean? Maybe they've already talked about the situation. Maybe that's why she came in so strong.
Interesting.
I need to do this for every episode.
I
feel like I'm learning. I'm like, hold on, wait, she did say that she shouldn't have said that.
This is character analysis for you.
Yes.
It's a good discussion.
Definitely.
Talking about
I know
the show. So much goes on, and
now
you learn so much about every character.
Right. And that's
like one at a time.
And that's I love that aspect of the show is there's so many different people and so many different stories. And so many different flashbacks and scenarios of how we all got to this place and we're bonded together because of this place, but now let's learn about the people that we're growing to love, and why they are in the situation that they're in.
Now I want to see a flashback of your mother protecting you, but then realizing, oh, something's wrong
Right,
with her.
something else is going
There's
on.
something else that makes her kind of reconsider, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
She has maybe a mental condition, and on top
Right.
of that with the drugs, she just exaggerates everything. And maybe she just felt lost, and maybe that's why she left.
Right.
And I don't know, where is she now? In like I say it's a cult.
Well, we don't know where she is.
We don't know, but supposedly she's at the Path of Light Fellowship in
yes.
Nevada, which is, it sounds like it's a little cultish, possibly because, you know, the authorities try and go in there and get kids out, and it's hard to get the kids out. And
I think she's just trying to find Jesus for you. That's all. She just.
But can we talk about if Nevaeh actually exists?
Oh,
Aha.
that whole picture thing when Maddie realized about the picture.
I had a feeling as soon as I saw the picture, because there was the only one picture, and then that's a little weird. Like, that was kind of the first red flag, is like, you have one picture.
And I love that line that she said. She was like, how can someone who loves their daughter so much only have one picture?
Right.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then we come to find out it's at Disneyland before 1998 when the submarine voyage turned into Nemo. So those of us who go to Disneyland all the time, we totally know about this.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember the submarine voyage.
I do too.
Way back in the day.
Yeah.
See, I didn't catch that, and hating myself for not catching that.
I'm kind of sad that if this daughter doesn't exist.
Me too.
Your salvation has always been thinking, I need to get my baby back.
Right. So
just,
what if she doesn't have her salvation?
Yeah.
Then where does she turn?
Yeah.
What does she do?
Do you go back? Do you? So that's kind of like, oh my, it's kind of sad. Like, I want this daughter to exist. It seems like it may not, but I just want your salvation to still be there.
Right.
Because now you're going to have to find a new salvation or understand
some other reason to want to continue.
Yeah.
If she's not.
After the whole news story,
I get
just like
getting deep in here.
It is.
No snap! I gotta drink some of my AFTERBUZZ water.
It was emotional.
It was, and it is going to be very sad if for some reason she did end up pregnant and lost the baby because of drugs. But yet the drugs, you know, they occasionally will have people hearing voices or seeing things or having delusions or schizophrenia or whatever. So you never know if that was part of it.
I think it's called methamphetamine psychosis.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. So I think we're trying to. I think it's like right now we don't know if she has that or it's an underlying mental condition, or I feel like we're just playing with it all.
Right.
Trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Trying to. Yeah.
There's so many different directions this could go.
I'm so happy to be talking about this. You have no idea. You have no idea.
So many different directions, so many different theories between all of us.
I know.
We all have,
The baby's available somewhere because she was pregnant at the time. So there's a baby.
Well,
maybe.
Well, maybe.
Well, she says
she may have lost it if she was doing that many drugs.
Right. Well,
Maybe.
it doesn't make any sense because she did say in this episode that a couple days ago she had just
saw her.
Yeah.
her daughter. So
yeah, she said she went to the house on Thursday. And everything was fine, and then she went back and everything was emptied out.
Right.
But did she really see?
Unless like she's like on drugs still and no one knows.
Well, you can be off
Or
drugs and
it's
still
the
have
methamphetamine psychosis.
It lasts for a long time.
Right. It could be something that she was dealing with before, and then the drugs kind of like kicked it into overdrive. Right. Because stuff like that, and that's why I love that they went this way with the character, because things like this can and do happen.
Yeah.
And people don't really understand that this type of thing can happen.
Right.
And I'm watching this, like showing all my siblings, like, look at all this. Okay, look at what's going on. Don't do anything.
Yeah, no, I actually had a neighbor this happened to.
Oh my goodness.
And it was one time he did drugs, but he had the underlying effects of this, and it only took one time. And this was probably 12 or so years ago, and he's still dealing with the voices that he's hearing and in and out of therapy and stuff. So it really does happen all the time.
And doing,
it's real.
with all the research that I had to do, like watching a bunch about documentaries, I watched so much stuff, and it was just so heartbreaking. And like most of them were like cases where people had tried it one time. And meth is something that makes you feel invincible, and then people end up passing sometimes because they're putting themselves in situations to where they think they're fine. But it's like your body's not knowing that it needs shelter and it needs food and it needs sleep. Like, your body's not realizing. So it's like, that's what I love about I always say I love this show because it talks about something that a lot of people don't really talk about. Like, it's kind of swept up under the rug. We don't really address it. And I'm a very emotional person, so I never really was like, oh, let me look into this. So doing the show, it was like I had to, I had to.
It's an eye-opener.
Right. It was completely, and it was just like, I knew what was going on, but I just didn't want to, didn't want to know. And that's what I love about the show. It's like, okay, now you're watching this. Now anybody watching it can do their research or know, oh, is this something that can really happen? Or, so
And it's not glamorized on the show. If we do see, like, this stuff in movies, TV shows, most of the time it is glamorized. And that's what's different about the show. And I feel like at first I heard a few people saying, like, oh, this looks like cheesy, or what are they doing? Until it's like, okay, here comes some flashbacks for you.
Right.
Check it out.
No, the second I heard about the show, I was like, okay, this is going to be good.
Yeah, I've been very impressed week after week after week with every single aspect of this show and how everything has been done very well.
And so we have like
slow down.
Yeah, we have like pearls of wisdoms. We have
she every week comes up with a pearl of wisdom from the show that the most people aren't thinking of, but she finds it.
And not every episode has a pearl of wisdom. It's kind of like, let's find what's going. Like last week was a turtle.
Yes.
Like,
right.
Something we got to figure out. But going back to your character and the condition that we're trying to figure, I'm diagnosing you. That I'm trying to figure out. It's the placebo effect. The placebo.
Yes.
So this is something deep that we should go into. Is anybody wants to explain what a placebo is?
Placebo is basically. They do studies all the time where they're testing a drug, and they'll give one group the actual drug, and then they'll give one group a drug that looks a pill that looks just like that drug, but it'll be like water or it'll be something that's not going to affect you. But it's been shown in studies that people who take the placebo, it's a mind thing, and it makes them think that they're actually getting healed or getting helped with this.
So here your character is being given, what was it?
It was an antacid.
Antacid.
Right.
And your character, Trish, started exhibiting those effects that a Xanax will do to you. So it makes us wonder, wait a minute, does she believe everything that people tell her? Or what's going on here? What is she just...
Well, if she's believing certain things are happening, then obviously I see this would work very well for her.
Yeah, but
she seems to be very gullible.
But I really thought you were on Xanax. I was like, well, so how did this placebo affect you? This is where I'm like, oh my God, wait, what do we do right now? Where are we going with this? Because now I'm questioning your condition. Is she believing things that are said to her? Who knows what people have told you in the past when you were under meth or just out of meth, that it kind of just stuck into you.
Right.
So
and maybe that's why the character is running with certain things. It's like, and maybe she told herself something to make herself feel better, and then she's like, well, that's what it is, and then that's just woke up the next day like, I wonder. Like,
you're right. I wonder if that's what it is.
And then she just continues with it because she seems like she's very, positive and optimistic. She's like, well, I just talked about that yesterday. That's what's going on. Okay. Let me go to the grocery store and get some food for my baby.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to feed her. I got to be a good mom. I got to do this. I got to do that. So, I don't know. The studies of placebos are like crazy, though. Like, my psychology, I was like so in love with psychology. But it's like, it actually does that to people to where they take something and it's like it's your mind, like your mind is making like I'm not really a big medicine person, but I'm like, because I know I'm like, oh, get it together, like you can figure it out, like you don't need that medicine, you need to drink some water or something. But I don't know, I feel like if someone was to give me something, I probably like, this don't work. But I'm a little different than Trish.
Right.
And she's a little more like, oh, this is gonna gonna get me through this.
She's that person who doesn't know when, like, I love, like, when she's talking and, like, saying a bunch, because she doesn't know when to, like, stop talking, when to stop telling people about herself.
Right.
Talks so much, and it's so hilarious.
One thing that we kind of skipped over, though, was when the cops were asking her, well, what does your daughter look like? She couldn't describe her at all.
And those
I mean, even like, she's 3. Something. There was nothing.
I mean, true.
She was in a state of panic.
Yeah, but even if a mom had her kid kidnapped, you can at least say,
he has brown hair.
Has brown hair, is 3 years old. It's a boy, it's a girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys, that's true.
Well, she said her name.
Yeah, that's true. I guess
she said one thing.
But also, like, the long terms affiliated with meth addiction, it says difficulty in thinking, motor skills, which is something that in the beginning she's like, I can't think, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, maybe. I still have hope that the baby's there, okay? I want your salvation to be alive.
She's very optimistic over there.
I want to have hope, too.
Yeah, so maybe that could be part of, your after effects of being a meth addict, that you have problem thinking or remembering or motor skills or
I hope
simple
that
stuff.
Trish's mom makes an actual appearance in the house.
I want that.
Instead of Flashback.
Yes.
Yes. I was talking about that last week, about how I want to see Trish's mom in real time.
Yeah, I feel like that would give us a lot of answers of things that we have, and just...
Would it give us answers, or would it just, like, throw us
I feel like, yes, it would, but it would also, at the same time, throw us off, like, into more mystery. What's going on.
It's funny, every time we think of her, because Erica Alexander played my mom, and I tweeted last week, like, okay, everybody, she was really beating me during this scene. And then I just saw that she retweeted me back, like, hey, I didn't hit you hard.
Right.
No, but it was like, she came in, like, because I was already in my mode, and then she just can't start grabbing me. I'm like, what? But she was like, oh, she was amazing. We had such a great, like, our cast, like, from the writing to the cast, and even the guest cast is just, like, so helpful. Like, it's hard to give great work when not everybody is, as enthusiastic as you are. And everybody is just so dope.
The cast is fantastic. Love it. Love the cast.
Them. Okay, so we are going to wrap it up with some predictions. And I know you probably can't give really your prediction.
I want to... Jordan Vance says that maybe she named her daughter Nevaeh because because her daughter did that.
Yeah, and went to heaven.
Went to heaven.
Oh,
that's very sad to think about, but I like that theory.
Yeah.
Like it.
That's nice.
That's creepy. But
interesting theory.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Me and this poker face today.
Yeah, no
kidding.
Really good at it.
Good theory.
All right, let's get into predictions.
All right.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
I feel like we've kind of given our predictions throughout this entire thing.
Kind of, yeah.
But Isis, we'll start with you.
Oh my God. Ooh. I think you're bipolar.
Not you, Trish.
Your character.
I know people write me on Twitter and they're like, why did you do that at Kyla Pratt? Why did you take those drugs? And I'm like, no, it's a character.
There's a difference. I think like my family members would like get really confused if someone was like tweeting me something like that. You know? My family would like here's me like, what are you doing? What?
I just tell them to stay off of social media. Don't read anything, please.
Yeah. I think, you know what, I think we're going to find something very interesting about your character, and I want it to be a diagnosis of some kind of mental illness. I say bipolar, but hopefully maybe it's more. And I want it to be something so, like, in a way, I want the audience to have this empathy for you because of this mental condition. And somehow this mental condition can, because a lot of mental conditions can be balanced with medication and things like that. So I'm hoping that whatever mental condition we find on you, it's something that maybe not curable, but manageable, just like addiction is. Any way you look at addiction is manageable. And if your salvation is not real, I want to see like another breakdown from you. Another breakdown where you just feel it, and now, okay, I got to get up, know that I have this condition. Let's find another salvation. What is it going to be? Just me making it on my own.
You're rooting for Miss Trish.
I am.
That's what I'm talking about.
We definitely root for Trish.
So I definitely want to see another breakdown and just something that makes the audience just root more for you. Like, be like, okay, whatever. She's crazy. We like her.
We like her.
Even if she's crazy, she's a likable character
Yeah,
still.
totally.
Yeah, she's been likable from first second we saw her, even though she was a tiny bit annoying.
That was the goal.
Yeah. My predictions involve Maddie's school friends because of what we see in the promo. I'm assuming they find out next week.
Right.
Yeah.
What's going on. Ellie's already like, oh yeah, something's up, and Rebecca knows what's happening as well. And
That's
I'm crossing my fingers for Maddie and Wes. Make it official. There's a couple. Yeah.
They're in recovery.
Also, I don't care. They can help each other, and also Craig and Cynthia are gonna be a thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, well, I am going to bounce off on your prediction and think that Ellie, like, plays her way into Maddie's life again because we do see that she does show up at the house.
Yeah.
So I think she's going to win Maddie's trust, and Maddie will tell her, like, what's going on, and then she's going to go and tell everyone at school. So Maddie will have to, like, explain herself and why she's been gone.
Is there a way for Ellie to win Maddie's trust?
No.
Yeah.
See, I think that Rebecca is going to give up the goods and tell Ellie where she's at. She's going to show up and still go tell everybody. And I think Wes is going to be part of that whole telling. And so Zach's going to find out. And that's why that conversation goes down.
Well, no. I don't know. Because, actually, no, I can't say that. Never mind.
What can't you say?
I know.
Well, no,
what can
I was
you
just
say
going
here?
to say, like, when Rebecca was telling Maddie, remember at the end, like, who called her on the phone, she was like, oh, it's just someone who got the house phone.
Yeah, she's going to.
I want to know,
but, like,
why
that was a
she
lie.
didn't actually, like,
No,
tell the truth.
I know that was a lie. So, like, I had initially thought that, that cell phone was the house phone. But then when Ellie called, she was like, oh, hey, Rebecca. Like, it wasn't like oh, I know who this is.
I think that was like a slip up from Rebecca, like saying it was on the house phone, and then Maddie just didn't catch it, maybe.
Maybe. Oh, you're right.
Yeah. I think she's totally going to screw her over.
I don't know.
I think her friends are just so nosy.
So nosy. Yeah.
No, I think she
it is
needs
high
to drop all her high school friends and stick with
high school.
Yeah.
Right.
The spring chicken.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I think because I'm older, I look at it and I'm like, first of all, why are they all in her business?
Right.
Second, girl, you doing the same thing. So you need to move in with me.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I ain't got to be ashamed. But it's different when you're a teenager.
When you're in high school. It's hard. I feel like Maddie's getting so mature, though. It's hard to think of her as still in high school.
Yeah.
Like, I keep thinking, like, she's like
maturity
22,
still
23.
takes time.
Right.
And I feel like when I was 16, 17, I'd probably care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably cared too.
Oh, you totally would.
Yeah.
If all your yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
You care what your friends think at that age.
Yeah, exactly.
For some reason.
Yeah.
But then you just learn not to care.
Yeah, then you learn not to care.
Eventually.
I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of caring so much. Whatever.
Yeah.
At the time, I'm tired.
Don't be afraid to
I
be
gotta
judged.
go to work.
Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you for
tonight.
having
It's been
me.
so fun having you.
Yay! I enjoyed you guys.
Come back.
Yeah.
I think I have to.
Yeah.
Because now I'm going to be at home like, okay, wait, now I have to take notes.
Yes.
I have to figure out what they're trying to say here.
Well, we still have 4 more episodes or something like that, so
I
you're
will
welcome
definitely
back.
be back. Yes.
And there will be a season 2. We're just
we just going to put that out there.
We just put that out there every week that there's going to be a season 2. What else are you working on right now that you want to plug or anything?
Right now I'm just focused
out?
on Recovery Road and reading scripts here and there and random auditions. And I'm a mom, so I'm tired.
That's right. You got your kids first.
So I'm tired. I like the big gap of working and then chilling for a little bit.
And getting
I get to go to family dances. And my oldest is in kindergarten, so I'm just like,
oh, that's so funny.
So and then the young one's about to start. I'm like,
like, no, stop growing up.
Yay! So I'm certain things that I'm happy I'm like overdoing it right now because I'm like, okay, because when I go back to work, I'm not gonna be able to come. Stuff. So it's like they don't miss me. It's like, oh, you were here for all that other stuff. All right, bye, Mom.
Like, you can go back to work now.
All right, Mom, bye. Can I go with you to work? Okay, I can. All right. Yeah. So.
And where can everybody find you on social media?
On Twitter, I am at Kyla Pratt. That is Kyla. On Instagram, I am at Kyla Pratt. And on Snapchat, I am Kyla Pratt.
Nice.
Because somebody stole my name on Snapchat. But that's okay. I am Kyla Pratt.
Because you are.
Because I am.
Isis, where can they find you on social media?
Guys, you guys can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Isis Velzquez and the number 4.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Becca B Talks TV. Also, quick shout out to Megabot and to Paige.
Yay!
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Michelle Phi.
And you guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at Heather Joy Smith. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.